Afternoon. So today I'm going to give you the information, or to explain to you how to get information for setting up the ballistic calculator on your HIC Alpex or your HIC Alpex Lite, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's all pretty much the same operating system. It's the same functional menu, and I'll also record in screen how to input that information in as well. Okay, so bear with me while I just turn the camera around. So first off, you're going to need obviously the gun set up. So you've got your sight on it, and you've got a set of calipers and a chronograph. Okay, so you need to input the most critical part, which is the distance from the centre of the bore axis to the centre of the scope. That height there is what you need to enter. Okay, so what you need to do, best way to do it, okay, is take the calipers, okay, and measure the OD of the barrel. Do the same with the scope. What we found is just take it off that outer scope cover ring there, okay, because everything matches the same. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take that size, and you are going to add them together and divide by 2. You're then going to add the distance to that number of that gap. So the barrel OD, 20.9 millimeters. The scope OD, 44.9. Add them together, divide by 2. That gives you 32.9 millimeters. Then add that distance there, which is 21.44. That gives you the magic number of 54.31 millimeters. Now, it doesn't give you the option for decimal points. So obviously the fraction there is closer to 54. So the number that the input is 54 millimeters for the scope height. Okay. So what else do you need? Chrono. There we go. So 3-shot string, average of 2611.4 feet per second. Yes, and they just love to give you it in meters per second as the option on the menu. So that equates, or should I say transposes over to 796 meters per second. Okay. Other critical thing is obviously the projectile itself. So it's 17 grains. The profile of the bullet shape is a G1, and the ballistic coefficient is 0.125. Okay, that is all you. So there's your hotspot. Okay, so when you open up the app, you will need to connect through Wi-Fi. Just look for the HIC and it'll have a serial number after it. That is your password. Okay, do not put in PW, okay, with the 2 sort of semicolons. It's after those 2 dots, okay, and it's case sensitive. So, zeroing profiles, okay, click it. You have got 5 profiles, okay. Now I've set up A as my 17 HMR and I've got B as my 243. Okay, so we shall just put it back to A because that's what this gun is on, and you'll see it's selected A. Zeroing. There we are. Okay, so anything that's in blue is what's selected. Okay, so we'll scroll down. Okay, so 17 HMR. It has got the option for you to type in letters this time as well as numbers. Okay, so all you do is single press and you'll see the green move along. Okay, when you get to there, all you need to do is turn the turret and it will scroll through the alphabet and the numerics. Okay, so tell you what, we'll just end that on a hyphen. So push, long hold, takes you back. Always take you back to the previous menu. Okay, so type. That's your reticle. Leave it on 2. So reticle colour and reticle centre colour. Okay, so you'll see there I've got a green dot. That is a reticle centre colour. That reticle colour above is the one which moves. So when you have your ballistic information set up correctly, you range find it. The floating or the moving crosshair corresponds to the distance. That is your aim point for the distance which you've laser range found. Okay. And if we go into correction, okay, so I'm at 18 meters, so that is my 0, that's what I'm telling it it's set at. Okay, you can go to your zoom and you can zoom it in. Okay, if you're going to zero the gun, stick it on 7. Okay, long press. Right. Okay, so when you're zeroing it, you've taken a shot. So let's just say that I have taken a shot and that's my strike mark there. You will then hit the freeze button. Okay, it's now frozen. Go down to that there, which has got arrow up there. It's your X and Y axis. Short press again. That lets you shift. So top one is lefty righty and your Y is up and downy. Okay, I am not altering it because I don't need to alter it, but that's where you will do it. So basically what you do is you've frozen it. Okay, so let's just say I'm aiming at that aim point there and the bullet is struck to the 2 dots up high and right. Okay, what you do is freeze it on there, take it down to your X and Y, and you move the crosshair to the point of impact. You then save it, and that then shifts to the point of impact to the point of aim. Okay, so if we come out of that and we then go back to ballistic calculation, so this is the bit that we were using earlier. Okay, so aim point style. Okay, that just gives you a series of, so the dot now becomes an X, or it goes to this little chevron and the dots, or you've got a triangle. So I just like a wee dot. Okay, so we'll save that one, come down, and that's the colour of the dot, or whatever icon you use. Okay, parameters. Right, this is what you need. Okay, so remember back to the paper. So, okay, so the drag model of the bullet is G1. Okay, initial velocity is 763 meters per second. Altitude, I've just stuck at 100 meters because I know where I shoot at, and that will cover me for everything where I geographically shoot. Okay, temperature, I've just left it 15 degrees. Remember, night time it cools down or whatever, and you can alter that if it does start dropping down in the winter, etc. So the ballistic coefficient is 0.125, and the sight height was 60 millimeters.